Hey everyone, Dennis Cortez here. I'm a designer who codes, teaches, and makes music. In today's video, we're going to be going over what happened at Config. It happened about 2 or 3 weeks ago, so I'm a little bit late to it, but I wanted to take some time to digest and actually try out the product and some of the new stuff that they announced. Just a quick little plug, I just released a new album. It's called Mindfulness, and it's on anywhere that you listen to music, so feel free to go and check it out if you like music that's just chill and kind of have in the background. And also have direct links below if you'd like. It's at cortez.us/music. So Config 2021 happened on April 21st, 2021, and they announced a couple cool things at Config. So first off, they announced FigJam. FigJam is the first new product from Figma. So with FigJam, you're able to do whiteboarding exercises with your team. You're able to work through wireframes and do like researching and user mapping. I think it's gonna be really useful. They say it's in beta right now, and there's a couple bugs and a couple small things that I'm not really a fan of that I think that they could have done better, but if you take a look here, you can see just a little recap of some of the things that you can do. So I really like the collaboration aspect that they have, and you're able to like type in on bullet points finally, and you're able to add stickers and reactions and emojis like you can see here, and even chatting like on your cursor, which I think is pretty cool. And I believe they also added audio that is also available in FigJam. Right now they're saying that this is in beta, but it should become its fully developed app by 2022. So at that point they're gonna start charging for it, but for right now it's free. So the next thing that they introduced at Config 2021 is actually branching. This was a bit of a surprise for me because they haven't really been too much into the version control. Like you can do some basic stuff with version control and you can save version history and whatnot, but you can't really do any branching. So if you're working in a file with some of your teammates, any changes that you make are gonna be established in that master file. But now you're able to actually branch off of that, kind of like you could in Abstract with Sketch, if you remember that. So you can do that now and actually branch off and work on something else. So some of your teammates can be working on different features in tandem, but it's not actually overriding each other's work. This is really cool because you can keep the state of the file and let your engineers work on the screens that are finalized in there, but you can also be working on something new in that same file without disturbing that. So that was actually an issue that I've come up with a lot, specifically at Dave when I worked there and at Mothership. We run into this a lot where we hand off a file to the developers, but we have to make some other changes on some other screens. So we end up actually changing things and the developer's like, wait, I thought it was like this, but now there's some new changes that are making, and now there's some different scope that we have for this. So we're gonna have to change this now. So with this is gonna be nice because you'll be able to avoid that. The next one, which I'm actually really excited about, is they're actually redoing their mobile app. If you didn't know, they had a Figma Mirror app that was basically just a way to see your frames on your phone. Like that's it, that's all you could do. There was no way to manage your files or browse your files or anything like that. You had to be at your computer. You had to be able to click on the frame in your computer and then it would update on your phone. But now it's completely different. You can actually browse all your files, you can interact with prototypes, you can see your recents too. So any drafts that you have or any files that you were working on with somebody recently, you can just go in there and see it, kind of interact with it, and maybe take some notes on something that you're working on. If you're doing a commute or you have some time during break or something, you can go ahead and look at it, take some notes, and then be ready to go for the next time that you sit down at your computer. So I'm a big fan of this. I was waiting for them to make some improvements to their app. I still think there's some small things that they could do, but I think this is a really good start for now. Yes, the next one. So this is what I was talking about earlier. So you can talk it out with audio. So this is really cool because instead of having to hop on like a Slack call or a Google Meet or anything like that, you can actually have audio right in here. So if you wanted to leave like a little note or have like a chat room with some of your teammates while you're collabing on something, you can just do it right in Figma. So I think this is really cool. I'm excited to use this. I haven't been able to try it out yet, just because at Mothership there isn't too much that we're collaborating on, at least for the time being, but I am excited to try it out in the future for sure. The second to last thing they're adding is 500 plus users in a file at the same time. So this kind of blows my mind. I can't even imagine all the coding and web development stuff that goes into supporting 500 people at the same time without having like a huge change in performance. But Figma's always been known for their performance, in my opinion, so I'm actually excited to see this. I don't know if I'll have anything that would require that many users, but I'm sure if you have like a community file or something that you're sharing with a lot of people, or you just want to have like a big collaboration session with some of your friends, I think this will be cool because before you could only do 50 and now you can actually do 100 editors and 400 viewers. So I don't know what company would need that many people at once, but I think it's more of a community aspect, but I'm excited to see how people actually end up using it. And lastly is publishing to the Figma community. So The Figma Community was released a couple months ago, and it was always in beta for that time being. You had to be invited, you had to apply, and you were able to get a username if you were accepted. For the most part, you were able to get accepted. I was able to. I haven't had time to publish to the Figma Community besides a couple small contributions that I've made, but I know a bunch of people that have made some really cool things. So this is nice because you can give people mock-ups or resources, and it's searchable and discoverable in the community, so you can take advantage of Figma's community and kind of get some outreach there. I've seen a ton of cool things been made throughout this, especially in collaboration with the plugins as well. I think it's great that now they're releasing it to everybody in the public. So if you haven't been able to get on the Figma community just yet, you can go ahead and do it now. Everybody's allowed on, and I'm excited to see what people make. So that's gonna be it for this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. And just a reminder that I also have a Patreon, so if you wanna get these videos earlier and get some extra videos, and you wanna get some behind the scenes or exclusive posts there, feel free to check it out. It's at patreon.com/shyboytm. As always, the link's in the description as well. Let me know if you want me to make any more specific videos on these features that they release, for example, with FigJam or branching or anything like that, and I'd be happy to. Just let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the features and announcements that they made at Figma for Config 2021. Post some comments down below. We can have some discussions about it. If you have any questions or suggestions for new videos, feel free to let me know as well down below. I also released a video of chill lo-fi beats to design and code to. You see all these videos that are specifically like to relax and chill to, and I thought it would just be funny to make one for specifically designing code. So if you're into that, feel free to check it out on the channel as well. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.